Pep Talk UK, Pro Bs once again from the rain in the UK, all the way through to the sunshine in Viva, Las Vegas, making me feel real jealous. Mr. Dillian White, how are you, sir?
Say that again, sorry.
How are you, sir? How you doing?
Yeah, all is good, you know. I mean, it's in the morning now. I don't even know what time it is now. It's about 10:30, quarter to 11. You know, just rising up. Had a little bit of breakfast. Got my little coffee for the day.
All right, I see you living life, man. You're living life.
Yeah, come on. We're about to set it off today. I'm about to check into the Mandalay Bay. I think everyone's kind of landing today. I think the matchroom guys, Frank Smith, maybe Eddie and them, landing today. Frank said he was landing today. So go in there, check in, catch up with those guys. And I saw a few matchroom people the other day. I saw Connor Ben yesterday. I was chatting to him, met him in the lobby at the Mandalay and a few other guys. So yeah, it should be calm, you know what I mean? We're going to get ready for Showbiz Saturday night. We're just enjoying life a little piece. And obviously, as always, I'm a working man. I don't have no days off, you know what I mean? You know, we always hustling, we always networking, and we always looking to further one's life and career. You know what I mean?
All right, man. The grind is endless, man. The grind is endless.
No doubt, no doubt.
You mentioned the major fight this weekend. This really is a breakout signature fight for Devin Haney against Jorge Linares.
No, listen, it is. It's the one that's going to start to put him on the map, and it's a good test. It's a good test. You know, I was in the gym with Devin on. I think I showed you that I was out in there. I think it was Wednesday. He was sparring. He looked amazing. He looked sharp. He looked skillful. He looked silky. He was real. He's got a lot of spite as well. You know what I mean? He's real nasty in there, and he's skillful at the same time. And yeah, there was a lot of magic in there. I could see why there's a lot of hype around him, you know. And they was inviting, you know, Bill, big up Bill Haney. Yeah, welcomed me in with open arms, and he's been ever so, you know, accommodating. You know, he always said when you come over, hit me up. And he's like, you know what I mean? Even today, I'm probably going to go over there today. No, not today. I wanted to go and actually might be training this afternoon, so I might do that. We'll see. I don't know how the day goes because it's quite early, you know, like I say one thing and then I get caught up into something else. The sun's out, so Guns is going to be out. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday, I went to a pool party yesterday. What was that, Monday? It was really good. It was hot.
Wet Republic. Wet Republic.
No, not even Wet Republic. I went to the Venetian.
Oh, okay.
Really nice. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm getting caught up. But I think Devin and them's going to be in a hotel tomorrow. But yeah, I would like to go over there and watch the last training session just to, you know, get a feel and see how he's doing and stuff. But it's all good. You know what I mean? It's definitely been a nice business trip, a nice bit of rest. The time zones is kind of crazy. I'm getting more into the time zones anyway, so it's kind of calm. But yeah, it's good time. Man, listen, looking forward to Saturday, man, because he's going to be tested. Linares can punch, so you know when the last thing to go, they say is your power. I know he's on the one a little bit, but you know, let's see. But one thing I do know, Haney's sharp. He does some good stuff. He does that Floyd shit where he stabs that jab to the body good, he stabs it to the head well, and he does some nice shit. So let's see. He's got to make sure he's not switched up because I saw a picture of Linares on the Matchroom site yesterday. He looks in tremendous shape. He's not messing around. He could upset the apple cart here. So, you know, and I think that's obviously going to be his plan. He's probably going to think, man, you guys picked the wrong horse. You backed the wrong horse, man. You know what I mean? I'm going to upset the apple cart and show you guys I've still got a little bit in me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and of course, Bill Haney mentioned that they want Teofimo Lopez next. What a prospect that would be.
Well, that's an amazing fight. What is he, undisputed, yeah?
He's unified technically. Yeah. Unified.
Okay.
Because Devin is the WBC champion.
That's a good fight, you know. Teofimo, I saw him out here. I didn't get a chance to chat to him. But That's a good fight. Obviously, Devin's had, I think, quite a lot more fights because, you know, I'm surprised at some of these guys' record because, you know what I was looking at? You know, sorry to cut and change over something. Josh Taylor, what an amazing achievement in 18 fights. Bro. Are you off your box? Brother, forget about it. Mate, do you know what it is? I didn't really pay. I knew he was undefeated, but bro, imagine the record he has and the opponents he's faced in 18 fights. Yeah, it's mind-boggling. A lot of these guys are like 26, 25 and old, 24 and old, 27 and old. It's crazy. This man jumped straight into the deep end. So Teofimo Lopez, going back to that, that's a hard fight. Why not? They're both champions. Is Devin Haney not a champion?
Yeah, WBC champion.
So, and you know, but look, I feel like he's got to get past Saturday first. I feel like he maybe should take another fight. Look, Lopez has taken the best opponents also that he could take. He fought the guy no one wanted to talk about, no one wanted to face, the magician. You get me? And he went in there and beat him and done it in great fashion. So, you know, like, he is the man to beat. He's the man to beat. And I see Lopez was calling him. What did Lopez call him the other day? He put a pussycat sign and saying, man, I'm coming for you as well. So it's going to be interesting, man. Listen, these Yankees, man, they really back that smoke.
All right. Okay. Last time we was out in Vegas. Fury. We bumped into Fury. Fury was fighting. It was the Wilder fight last time. And it just so happened you're there at the moment and it's signed to fight again. What's the reaction out there?
Yeah, people are talking about it. Obviously, they're talking about it because somewhat that is a bit of disappointment because in the background, people knew that the arbitration was there. And if you know you've got a court case, there's a potential that you could be found guilty. Just like if you had a court case, what's the guy? What's the uncle? He was talking about if you got a court case, you'd know that there's a potential you could lose your court case. You could go to the Nick. Why would you go and sign for a mega fight knowing that there was arbitration and there was a possibility that you could lose the arbitration, then you'd have to make the fight. So they should have put that out first and said, listen, let's try and negotiate or put off announcing the Joshua fight and Fury fight until we know the result of that. Because look, the world now was on standing to attention and on notice, and we thought we was going to have a mega fight, and now we've got nothing. Now we've got Wilder and Fury for the trilogy, and it's still a great fight. But I mean, we've seen it and done it twice, and Fury won both of those fights in my eyes anyway. So obviously Wilder's changed his team. He's got rid of, what's his name, Diaz, allegedly. He's got rid of the former Olympian champ, Mark Breland and stuff. Yeah. And now he's got Malik Scott, which is a great move, and it's great for Malik Scott because Malik Scott's very technical and talented operator as a fighter. Let's see if he can transition that into coaching. I don't see why not. It looks like Deontay Wilder's seeming to try and use a bit more skill and techers. I saw him moving and doing stuff we ain't seen him doing before. But is it going to be enough 1 year or so for him to change a bad habits of a lifestyle of boxing and go and face someone like Fury, who's been boxing since he was 5? You know what I mean? So I highly doubt it. But we might see some change, and then we might see some adjustments that might help him. Because all you got to do is tweak a few things, you know what I mean? I don't think he was prepared for what Fury brought last time. Fury boxed in the first fight, boxed on the back foot. In the second fight, he boxed on the front foot. And it threw him probably off guard because he was probably training and sparring and boxing for someone who was going to be on the back foot and probably got threw off guard or something. On top of the clothes, the gloves, and anything else he mentioned in his lunacy and quest for justice, as it was, you know what I mean? In saying why he lost. Just in case you guys got lost. You know what I mean?
Okay, Eddie Hearn is not a happy man. You know, he's been working on a big deal for Joshua versus Tyson Fury for months. And he said the whole thing stinks.
Can you imagine? Working for 5 months, and then you actually crack the deal and then it goes down to nothing in the end. No one's going to be happy. You know what I mean? He was going to get the ultimate bag. That bag was going to be crazy.
That Migos bag.
That bag, what he was about to secure for the zone, the matchroom. Listen, that bag was going to be crazy. But hey, he's lost out for the time being. There's a lot of ifs and buts and maybes about, like, you know, because both guys got to find opponents to face, and then they have to respectively beat those opponents also to move forward for the biggest fight in history in the UK. And it's not a foregone conclusion by any means. You know, you'd highly favor them against Usyk. You'd highly favor him against Deontay Wilder in the trilogy. You know what I mean? But in heavyweight boxing, you know, anything can happen.
You say anything can happen. Okay. So it looks likely that it's going to be Joshua versus Usyk end of August. But Eddie Hearn threw another name in the picture. And that name also said he wants the same fighter as in Anthony Joshua, Mr. Dillian White.
No doubt, man. The body snatcher wants all the smoke. That's just normal, man. You know what I mean? Listen, Dillian doesn't shirk. Obviously, he fought. Povetkin got redemption, and he's meant to be out in July. And I've seen that he's trying to, you know, jump in the melting pot and trying to get that shot as well. Why not? Why not? He deserves a rematch for all his hard work. He deserves that shot for a world title because, you know, what kind of man that's got his kind of resume and fought all these elite opponents that's never fought for a world title? Obviously, he's the WBC interim world title, but imagine that, has never fought for a full world title. It's ludicrous. So, I mean, you know, there's been an opportunity once before with Joshua, but the figures, you know, in this game, it's always about numbers, figures, you know what I'm saying? The figures weren't right. So obviously that fight didn't come off. Now we move on again. And if you're talking about the zone, there's big money there. And there's a possibility, you know, if that fight comes off, I'm sure. Uncle T done a poll, big up Uncle T. He done a poll the other day, and he, to his dismay, most of the fans, when his thing said 50-something% said they wanted to see Dillian versus Joshua instead of Usyk. Remember, this is, we're talking about British where this is a crazy fight, bro, in Britain. You're not gonna, like, it's going to sell out. You're talking about Usyk. Usyk's definitely a talented individual who definitely deserves respect. He was undisputed in the cruiserweight doing this thing, but he doesn't speak English. He's not gonna bring no smoke. He's not gonna bring no fire. He's not gonna bring no excitement. The pay-per-view numbers ain't gonna be that great either. You know what I mean? Dillan is a big hometown favorite. He brings numbers. He brings excitement. He brings finale. You know, one way or the other, win, lose, or draw, he brings destruction. He brings excitement. He brings power, and he does come to win. You best believe it.
Of course, for that fight to happen, Joshua would have to vacate the WBO title.
Of course.
Is that realistic?
No, it's not realistic because then it stops becoming undisputed for the other guys. You know what I mean? Down the line. So I doubt it. To be honest, I'm not sure what's going to happen. Let's root for it. Let's try and champion for it. Hopefully, bro gets that opportunity. That'd be great. But you know, let's see, man. This business is a hard business, man. And sometimes, you know, these guys, they know what they're doing in this game. Sometimes they go around the table, you know, and you got to try and chase them and catch them. I've been doing that for many years. You know what I mean? I've had to run around the table trying to catch people, and you know what I mean? I've done this thing the hard way myself, so I understand what it is. And sometimes you feel like you could be banging your head against a wall or something, you know what I mean? But I'm sure the team, Dillian's team, and the guys who advise him and help him out, they're going to be working hard to try and close this deal. But let's see, like you say, what is the possibility of Usyk, Joshua relinquishing that? And a lot of people might say, oh, that's a duck. But why would it be a duck if he's fighting another top 10, not top 10, the third best heavyweight in the world? That's ridiculous. To me, Usyk's not a true heavyweight. Derek Chisora showed what Usyk was, man. He's skillful, yes. He's a lot slower at heavyweight, and Derek put the real smoke on him. Now, listen, I got a lot of respect for Usyk. Southpaw, done it all amateur, professional, but you know what? I had that fight a lot closer. I think Usyk can give people a lot of problems, but I don't think he's big enough and strong enough. When you start going to the super elite boys, they're up there for a reason. They're big, strong boys, and they can take them punches, and the punches they're going to give you are going to come back tenfold, and they're going to come back a lot harder. But Usyk's seen it and done it all as well because he fought a lot of big guys, Joe Joyce, other guys were strong, you know what I mean? And nice. As an amateur.
Definitely a technically superb fighter, man. Well, either way, man, I think the fans are going to see some thrilling fights in the near future. And let's hope we get down to a point where all the belts can be on the line for undisputed fight.
No doubt, man. Listen, I'm sure the whole world's waiting and looking and vying for that fight because, you know, listen, the beaks were salivating, you know, thinking of in our lifetime to ever see something like this, you know what I mean? Especially with 2 UK fighters fighting for basically all the belts and stuff. And now we've been pushed back to maybe the end of the year. If not, it might never happen, you know what I mean? So keep our fingers crossed. Look, let's see what happens. If Dillian gets his chance, that is going to be amazing for the team, for the UK. But, you know, he's going to still do what he does, the cameraman. He's not going to wait for no one. One thing, he's got his own career, and he leads his own career, and he's a serious cat. You know, he's not going to sit on the sidelines and wait for no payday or wait for a fight like some of these guys do. He's going to keep fighting. And the best Dillian White is an active Dillian White. So, you know, let's see what cracks on. Let's see what happens.
All right. Just before I go, Dean, do you know, can you confirm whether Dillian White's the mandatory challenger for the WBC heavyweight title?
At this junction, I don't believe so, but I think they're obviously trying to work out stuff. I think things will become a lot clearer shortly. I'm hearing there's going to be some announcements imminent, i.e. possibly this week at the ending or after the fight with Haney. I'm sure there's going to be some announcements I've heard. So let's keep your ears open, and we'll see what happens. Because look, you know, if he is, that means he could potentially face the winner of Fury and Wilder. But then yet again, we've seen what the WBC's done time and time again. Because you know, a lot of people they supersede. What's the word? They supersede unification matches over mandatories. But let's see. You know what I mean? I'm sure Dillian and the guys will be very vocal, and they're not going to stand back for no bullshit. I promise you that.
You might actually bump into Mauricio Sullivan. Whilst you're
No,
out
I
there,
did. I met him. It's quite funny, you know, actually.
There you go.
I'll send you the picture. It's quite weird. Imagine
right.
Tyson Fury took a picture of me talking to, or it might have been on his it was on Tyson Fury's story or something. And I was, you know, taking Mauricio Sullivan's number, or I was giving him my number. I can't remember how it was cool on the picture of Tyson Fury. Someone sent it to me. He said, "Oh, you're on Tyson Fury's story." Da, 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 da. And they sent it to me. I was like, "Okay, goddamn snap." You know what I mean?
What did Fury say to you? Obviously, look, you pull up on him last
year ago. He didn't say much. To be honest, he didn't say much. He just said hello, shook his hand, and said, "Big up," and that as it kept it moving. I'm hoping to go to the top rank gym and train maybe over there, bump into them, maybe have a mooch around and see what's going on. You know, I'm a fan of boxing, so I'm a fan of what the man's done and his skill set and what he's achieved. Until we get that fight, then it's all a different thing and there'll be a rivalry. But at this junction now, I'm just a fan of boxing and I'm around boxing and I love it. And I'll just go train, do some bag work and have a mooch around and see what he's up to. You know what I mean? But to be honest, he was calm. He didn't say nothing. You know what I mean?
All right, man. All right, we'd like to thank Mr. Dean White himself for your time, man. We'll let you get back to the pool, man.
Listen, no doubt. You know what I mean? Listen, I'm recovering. I got my coffee. I got my water, hydrate. Obviously, this bloody shit dehydrates you, but obviously, I don't know. I've become addicted to coffee. It's somewhat in my mind. It says it helps me. You know what I mean? So I got to get it. And yeah, but I'm going to go to the pool in a minute and let's see what's popping. You know what I mean?
Man. Vegas life. Yeah.
Thanks as always for the platform you've done now. We'll love to the people them check out the Black Box apparel line on Instagram. We've got the tracksuits out now. Show them your thing, Pro Beats. The tracksuits are flying out. I'm gonna get them in a grey soon. So you know what I mean? People check them out. Check out my Instagram. I'll post them up on there. My Team White Instagram. And you guys have a good time, man. You'll catch me up. I'll be somewhere around Vegas, around Mandalay Bay, all week for fight week. So yeah, it's all good. Stay tuned.
The major trip in Vegas. All right, man. Thanks for your time, man.
Oh, man. Listen, love, bro.